Na. Eine ausgezeichnete Schraube. Hervorragend. So, hier ist die Rezeption und ein Sicherheitsmann. Soll ich ihn mal gerade rausfragen, ob Stellen frei sind?
Huh?
Die Pinnwand ist echt voll. Ob ich hier Ausschreibungen für die Schule finde? Na, gucken wir uns das mal an. So, was gibt's hier Schönes?
Stop right there.
Huh?
I knew it. Suspicion confirmed.
Wer bist du denn?
Can I help you?
Actually, you already have. I didn't think you'd be foolish enough to show your face around here again.
I'm sorry, but do I... Oh.
Nein. Ist das Mädchen, das mich gestern hat auffliegen lassen? Oh Gott, warum sie? Warum jetzt?
They always say perpetrators return to the scene of the crime. And you just proved the old adage true, Monsieur Boyer.
Sie hat mein Gesicht gestern bestimmt nicht gesehen. Und die Kamera haben wir auch. Atmen, alles ist gut.
Monsieur Voyeur? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your pervy little upskirt scheme. Seriously, hiding a camera under the stairs? And at your age? Shame on you, sir.
Yeah, you lost me. Now, if you don't mind, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Oh, no, you don't. I have irrefutable proof of your crime. Why, the very shoes on your feet.
Ich habe weiße Sneakers an, jetzt haben 1000 Leute hier, oder?
From yesterday. And don't think they'll carry you to safety today.
Okay, what is happening here? Sorry, but your evidence is my shoes? Everybody here's got shoes, young lady. In fact, I'm probably not the only person with this exact pair.
Your shoe style is merely the icing on the cake. You see, before the pervert arrived yesterday, I had covered the floor around the camera with a clear polymer that shines under black light.
Ist das eine kleine Detektivin hier, oder was?
It's an oil-based substance, so it lasts a few days. Your soles are stained with it as we speak.
Die ist ganz schön pitschig drauf, wa?
Which means you came bumbling back to the scene of the crime, while wearing the very evidence of your misdeeds.
Was zum fliege ich hier wirklich auf? Wegen eines Highschool-Mädchens?
Lamenting your misfortune already? That's what you get for crossing
Dem
the Mystery
Krimiklub.
Research Club of Serio High.
Mystery Research Club?
Now, if you'll follow me to the faculty room, monsieur.
Oh, wait, just hold on, okay?
Hat sie Beweise? Das könnte echt übel ausgehen. Was mache ich jetzt? So, fliehen ist auf jeden Fall keine Option. Ihre Aussage widerlegen oder Exkapitulation benutzen. Moment, das ist auch die Gelegenheit, um diese neue... Moment mal, was mache ich denn da? Das muss doch irgendwie anders gehen.
There's no way I'd have noticed an invisible substance on my shoes. I'll give you that much. But even if I did step in some mystery goop, does that really prove what you're saying? With so many people on campus, any number of them could have walked over that spot.
No, only the perpetrator stepped in the coating. I know this because I was there watching your fiasco. And of course, I had the PE teacher who was with
Das
me
war ein
agree
Sportler,
to
ich dachte, das
serve
wäre ihr
as
Freund
witness.
oder ihr Macker. Sie hat sich echt vorbereitet.
Why don't you just give it up already?
Ich bin doch schon so weit gekommen.
There's no way I'd have noticed an invisible substance. But even if I did, with so many people...
No, and of course, why don't you just...
Ernsthaft fliehen?
There's no escape, sir. I have even more proof of your crimes. The camera may be gone, but fortunately, I snapped a photo of it before it got taken away. With that, I determined everything there is to know about your camera, down to the store where you bought it. Turns out it's an online exclusive, customized to capture high-resolution footage with an inconspicuous design. Were I to supply this information to the police, they would track down the owner soon enough. After all, the shop would have no choice but to cooperate with the police investigation.
Suche hat seine Spuren vermutlich gut verwischt. Polizei darf trotzdem nicht mitmischen.
Do I need to spell it out any further? You, monsieur, are ensnared. Therefore, I think it would be wise to do what I say.
Sie hat recht. Sollte lieber erstmal nicht verschwenden. Fürs Erste zumindest.
Let's say we have a chat.
A chat?
Yeah. Now, I can't give out any details, but having the cops on me would be extremely problematic. So, I'd like to resolve this as amicably as possible. Think we can come to terms here?
I will agree to one thing only. Hearing the unadulterated truth. And make no mistake, I will not be misled by diversion, threats, bribes, sob stories. Nothing of the sort.
Können wir dir vertrauen? So, das Einzige, was sie will, kann ich ihr nicht sagen. Ich muss irgendwie verhandeln. Sie muss einfach das Videomaterial verlieren. Wie kann ich das anstellen?
Look at me. Do I really look like a pervert who'd sneak into a school for dirty pictures?
Well, no, actually. Not at first glance.
Right? So, drop the Monsieur Voyeur.
But I would be an utter failure as a mystery connoisseur to fall for such elementary misdirection.
What?
No matter where or when the story is told, the perpetrators in mysteries are often those who draw the least suspicion. This trope carries over into the real world as well. So the fact that you don't look like a criminal proves nothing.
So doof ist sie nicht.
Really?
If you think you can fool this mystery fiend, you'd better think again.
Ein Krimi-Fan wie? Ich sollte sie nicht unterschätzen. Aber das heißt, dass ich mit ihr vernünftig reden kann. Da fällt mir ein, dass sie gerade etwas in der Pinnwand aufgehängt hat. Wenn ich die Umgebung in Augenschein nehme, könnte das vielleicht helfen.
Suspicious. Hey, what the? Look at me. Do I really look?
Well,
Nee,
Right.
nein,
But,
hallo, das wollte ich
no
doch gar nicht
matter this
auswählen.
trope,
Really?
if you
Hallo.
think
Suspicious. Look at me.
well,
Right?
no, this
Really?
Das nervt mich gerade ein bisschen hier. Kann ich das nicht? So.
Suspicious.
Sieht wie ein Flyer für einen Club aus. Für einen Krimiklub der Sarah High, um genau zu sein. Das hat sie wohl gerade ausgehängt. Mal sehen, was drauf steht. So, externer Betreuer gesucht. Ha! Hervorragend! Unsere Betreuerin verlässt die Sairio. Die Lehrer haben so viel zu tun, um einen weiteren Club zu laden. Wir brauchen einen externen Betreuer. Falls ihr einen Detektiv, hallo, oder Krimiautor kennt, gebt uns bitte so schnell wie möglich die Kontaktdaten. Kyoko Amasawa, Krimiklubleiterin. Na. Externer Sponsor, schnellstmöglich gesucht. Tja, damit werben sie nicht um neue Clubmitglieder. Der Krimiklub ist in Gefahr. Unsere Betreuerin verlässt bald die Schule. Das habe ich gerade alles vorgelesen. Tatsächlich habe ich genau so etwas gesucht, bevor ich auf dieses Mädchen gestoßen bin.
You're Kyoko Amasawa-san, right? President of the Mystery Research Club?
so what if I am?
I saw your flyer. Sounds like your club's in a tough spot.
You're not wrong. Our current advisor got married and quit teaching, and we can't find anyone else to take her spot. On top of that, the chairman's been reluctant to bring in anyone from outside, so the MRC may be in dire straits. But your arrival marks our revival. Should I turn you in as a voyeur, it would make a fine feather in my cap.
Ja, pass auf,
It
wird
would
noch viel
also
besser.
prove the value of the MRC, so the chairman would have no choice but to solicit an advisor for us.
Well, that all sounds fine on paper, but the real-life logistics may not play out that way. You'll need a competent professional in your area of interest, but you think they have time for volunteer work?
When you put it that way, it does seem like a long shot.
Right? So here's my proposition. How about you make me your advisor?
You? Advise the MRC?
Why not? A Kamurocho-based detective not good enough?
You're a detective?
Oh yeah. I'm Takayuki Yagami from the Yagami Detective Agency. I was asked to come investigate your school. That's about all I can let slip.
So then, the hidden camera was for your investigation?
I'll let you deduce that yourself. Client confidentiality and all that. But I will say one thing. I'm here to stop shady business, not start it.
If he wasn't shooting up skirts, then what was he trying to see? Rather, who was he trying to see? Who put him up to it? Our staff? Ugh, so many variables!
Listen, I don't mean to interrupt, but hello? As I was trying to say, becoming your advisor could work out well for both of us. I'm not done here by a long shot. One of your teachers is bent on seeing me gone.
Really? Who?
Sawa-sensei. She thinks I have no business being here, and frankly, it's been hard to prove her wrong. But if I were to advise your club, it'd be all the reason I need to stay on campus. So what do you think? It's a win-win situation, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if it's experience you want, believe me, I've been around the block when it comes to mysteries.
I believe I understand. The purpose you stated for being here does fit the circumstances better than my original theory.
Na, hervorragend. Ist doch super.
But I will not be persuaded so easily.
Ja,
So,
das wird noch.
I propose a test.
Ein Test.
A test?
Right this way, please.
What? Hey!
Das war hier wirklich der letzte Strom, den wir hier schon greifen müssen, ne? Okay, kommen wir mit. So, gehen wir jetzt in ein Clubhaus hier oder was? Ernsthaft? Das war gerade ein Scherz.
Who's this, sis?
This is Yagami-san, our new advisor candidate. However, I intend to test him first. See if he's legitimate.
Fine by me. I'm Kento Amasawa,
Der
Kyoko's younger
Bodyguard.
brother.
Das wird ja
Also
immer
the
besser.
MRC's bodyguard. When your sister's as nosy as mine, you've got to step up your game to keep her safe.
Na, vielleicht kann uns nachher letztendlich helfen. Noch gar
Please
nicht so
have a seat,
freudig sein hier.
Yagami-san.
After you.
Oh, how kind of you. So, Amasawa-san, back to the topic at hand here. So, getting back to this test of yours.
Yes. So, based on what you've told me, I'm inclined to drop your charges altogether. A detective setting up cameras is believable. That being said, I'd also be a fool to take you at your word. If this is a ruse, I'd be unleashing
Ja,
a
nur komm
pervert
auf
on
den
the
Punkt.
school.
Mann,
Well,
Mann,
the
Mann.
caution is admirable.
Then you shouldn't mind if I test both your skills as a detective and
Unseren
your
Charakter auf
character
die
as a
Probe
person.
stellen, okay?
And once that's over,
Oh,
the
subjektives
club
sind
will
von
reach
mir.
a decision. We'll either accept you as our mentor, or turn you
Wahrscheinlich
in
besteht der
as a
Club nur aus
deviant.
sie und
I
ihrem
get
Bruder,
the
oder?
picture. So what does this test entail?
Actually, we've been dealing with a rather risky case as of late, so your job is to resolve it.
How risky are we talking?
Well, it's about as risky as it is risque. Yagami-san, have you ever heard of a sugar baby?
Ich weiß, was
Huh?
ein Sugar Daddy ist.
You mean a younger girl getting paid to date an older guy?
You know it. Now our current case involves one such sugar baby. It seems that one of our dance club girls has grown a reputation for dating older men. Unfortunately, I've yet to pin down exactly who this is.
All you know is she's in dance club? Well, I understand why you'd want to know more, but what about this warrant's investigation? She in danger?
The issue at hand is that she may be doing more than dating, and it's putting her safety at risk. Well, we found this out online, so we're admittedly speculating a bit here. But apparently this girl's pretty infamous for what they call her vanishing act.
Okay.
Care to elaborate?
She strings the mark along, going on a few dates for an agreed-upon sum, but then she goes in for the kill.
Und was ist das
She gets a
Finale?
large upfront payment for promising to seal the deal, and then, poof, gone with the wind.
Gefährliches Spiel.
Okay, I can see how that might make her enemies, but that's on the guy, isn't it? I mean, he's paying to date an underage girl, and he thinks he has the right to complain?
You're not wrong. Problem is, her latest mark, a violent, foul-mouthed thug, isn't so self-aware. I believe rape and murder were his choicest threats. So yeah, we can't just write this one off.
Ja, dann ist er definitiv in Gefahr, ne?
Yeah, that's a concern.
Mm-hmm. And now he has his gang roaming the streets, searching high and low for the girl who conned him. I'd say that establishes the risk clearly enough. As soon as we found out, we've been trying to find the sugar baby and warn her ASAP.
Yeah, I get it now. If we don't act, she could be in very real danger.
I think we're finally seeing eye to eye, Yagami-san. After all, the truly artful detective can solve incidents before they even occur.
That's not quite how it works, but sure. Could you tell me what the Mystery Research Club actually does? It seems like the advisor ought to know that.
So, I founded the Mystery Research Club last year. Primarily, we function as a book club, critiquing mystery novels from many different cultures and eras. But, when the opportunity is ripe, we also engage in more involved activities. And by that, I mean solving the mysteries around us.
Oh, you mean go sleuthing, like on a case. So that's what you were up to. I've got to say, as a potential advisor, I'm not exactly psyched to hear you go around looking for trouble.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We don't do this for kicks, and I'm not a fan of danger. If we could all be armchair detectives, free to investigate from afar, surely that would be ideal.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Unfortunately, that is rarely, if ever, possible. Say our investigatory senses were to draw us toward a mystery that escapes even the school and the police. Why, letting such a case slip away would be anathema to our club's founding principles.
While I do admire your passion, why put yourself at risk? You'd be safer handing it off to the authorities.
Then shouldn't we hand you off to the authorities?
Well, now, let's not be hasty.
I take it you see my point then. Some cases aren't so cut and dry.
You make some valid points. In any case, now that the situation's clear, I'd like to get on with the test. Just tell me where to start, and I'll be there.
It is said that the great Sherlock Holmes was able to freely change his appearance into that of a total stranger. From helpless old
okay.
woman to shifty-eyed
Na,
baby.
wir können uns ja auch noch tarnen, das hatten wir in unseren Gadgets ja auch gesehen. Okay, alte Dame muss ja nicht unbedingt sein, oder?
So, you want me to go undercover?
Yep. Any detective worth their salt should have no trouble with that.
Wir
You're
ziehen
going
jetzt
to
kein
infiltrate the
Schulkostüm
dance
an.
club as an advisor and return with a lead on the sugar baby. That is your test.
Mhm.
Wait, you want me to teach a dance club?
Naja, wir können ja Kung Fu,
then
ne?
yes.
Ist ja auch.
I want you to win their hearts in ways
Es
I
sind ja auch Schritte
myself
bei.
would not. Those girls are a close-knit group. They'd never trade gossip with someone like me. However, if a cool new stranger gained their trust, that's you, they might be more willing to talk.
But how am I supposed to be a convincing advisor if I've never danced once in my life?
That's okay.
Dann
It's
wird's
rare
mal
for their
Zeit.
advisors to get up and do it themselves. They generally teach from a book.
Oh, great.
If it's any consolation, their current advisor never even shows up. So you'll already have an in.
Oder wir bandeln mit der
Just give
Betreuerin
them a
an.
few
Kann auch
pointers,
sein.
act authoritative, and soon enough, you'll be their closest confidant. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Mhm.
Easy peasy? To teach something I know nothing about?
I'm sure you can figure that out. That is, If you really are a detective and not some snaky imposter.
You're really putting me through the ringer, you know that? I guess I'll have to prevail with the power of vague advice.
Good,
Sie
then
gibt
let's
uns ins
move.
Tanzunterricht
Dance
wahrscheinlich,
Club will be
wa?
starting their practice any minute.
Ist nicht dein Ernst.
They're in the gym basement, in case you didn't know.
I know her test might be tough, Yagami-san, but I think you'd make a pretty rad advisor.
Okay, er scheint eigentlich ganz cool zu sein. Hat es was zu essen gegeben?
Oh,
Ist ja der Bodyguard des Krimiklubs. Ach du Scheiße. Okay. Stelle dich dem Tanzclub vor. Ja, nichts lieber als das. Da liegen ja einfach Tonbeutel rum hier, wa? Na, sonst sehr ordentlich hier. Ja. Kann ich vorlaufen? Ja, aus dem Weg, da liegt was. Ein Regenwurm? Nee, eingedrückter Kohlenstoff. Stopp. Und? Taschentücher. Rostiges Kabel. Was ja alles so Wichtiges rumliegt, ne? Okay, Tanzclub. Check.
Where's the captain? Ah, right there.
Die guckt ja gar nicht, was die da machen.
Something's not right. I feel so out of it. Sayaka Nishizono.
Kommt jetzt ein Quicktime-Event, dass wir tanzen müssen?
Hey, aren't you Amasawa from the Mystery Research Club? You betcha. Don't worry, I come bearing good news.
Oh, great. The MRC. What do you want with us? We're not up to anything.
Calm down. I'm not here to expose your secrets to the world. I only wanted to introduce you to someone.
What are you getting at?
To preface this, I noticed your club advisor hasn't been showing up much lately.
Yeah, apparently he got really sick. We're lucky if we see him a couple times a month.
Right, and it must be rough trying to choreograph an entire routine without him.
Das sieht doch gar nicht so schlecht aus, was die da machen, oder?
And we've got a meet coming up soon. It's so much pressure.
I see. Then the stars really did align in your favor.
What? Listen, Senpai, I know we might seem
Rivets
desperate,
heißen die,
but
okay.
it's not like we need any favors.
Don't worry, you don't owe me for this. I'm offering you a potential advisor as a token of goodwill.
Potential advisor?
Let's not sweat the small stuff. The important thing is, Yagami-san here said he'd agreed to help you with your routine as a stand-in advisor.
help with their routine? When did I ever say that?
Oh my gosh, really? This is just what we needed. You know, I could tell you had a certain something about you. So how long have you been a pro dancer?
Bist du das Sugar Girl oder was?
Oh, so modest. This is like one of those dream come true moments in a movie. I've been literally racking my brain trying to come up with a workable routine. Oh, I'm so glad that's on you now.
Whoa, time out. I'm missing some important qualifications here.
Yagami-san, this is your Reichenbach Falls moment. You need to dive headfirst into the challenge. Don't you get it?
No?
Do you think we can get started? We've been practicing
Ich
and
denke schon.
practicing,
Müssen wir
but
wohl, ne?
something about our choreography feels off. We all know our moves and everybody's got rhythm, so all that should be left is bringing our A game. It feels like we're still missing something, you know? That
Der
wow
Wow-Faktor.
factor. It's really kind of down to the wire to be figuring this stuff out, but I know we'll push through if we try. So can I ask for your first impression? Does our routine need more going on, or...
You know, it's hard to say what's going on at this point.
I shouldn't have to say this, but keen observation is elementary for a detective.
And?
And you need to tell them what you observed. You did have your eyes open, didn't you?
Ja, ein komischer Test hier. Also, Test hat angefangen, haben wir schon verstanden, okay. Dann sollte ich mal Amasawa für mich gewinnen. Zeit, meinen Senf dazuzugeben. Ach du Scheiße, Sonderauswahl. Bestimmte Unterhaltung oder Ereignisse beginnen nicht ohne eine direkte Aktion von dir. Zeitauswahl. Antworte innerhalb eines bestimmten Zeitlimits, um das Gespräch voranzutreiben. Auch absichtlich nicht zu wählen oder zu schweigen kann eine Antwort sein. Wie schnell du deine Auswahl triffst, wirkt sich nicht auf das Ergebnis aus. Bestimmte Unterhaltung oder Ereignisse beginnen nicht ohne eine direkte Aktion von dir. Ausdrucksauswahl. Justiere den Stick, um die Intensität deiner Antwort festzulegen. Deine Wortwahl und berechnete Emotionen werden der Lautstärke angepasst. Ach du Scheiße.
So, the music's not a bad choice, but it'll take more than your average dance mix to stick in the audience's minds. Have you considered traditional enka? Nobody'd see that coming.
Enka? Well, it is old school, so dancing to it might be innovative. But we can't just start over with a new song after all the hard work we put in.
They have the rhythm, they know their moves, but what they lack is prep time. She told you all that, remember? Besides, it'd be demoralizing to make them reset everything this late in the game.
Yeah, demoralizing.
So, also nicht. Okay, wie wäre es dann mit...
Isn't your routine a little tame? Maybe you could spice it up a bit.
Spice it up how, exactly? You mean like we need skimpy outfits? Or like we dance all provocatively?
What part of this is a high school don't you get, Yagami-san?
Yeah. Sometimes I just say things. I think your performance could use a little more flair.
Flair? How so?
Well, you're already in perfect sync, and everyone knows their part. But, how to put it? You were right. It needs something that's gonna leave a lasting impact.
I see what you mean. Maybe we are just kind of going through the motions here. If only we could come up with better stuff. Oh, maybe you could give us some suggestions.
Oh. Ich kann auch nicht mal tanzen. Aber wenn ich das jetzt nicht durchziehe, stehe ich wieder als Perversling da.
Let's take apart what could give you the edge you need.
So, tanz doch beim Singen. Wie wäre es mit einem Roboter-Tanz? Oh nö. Wenn ihr einfach nicht tanzt, baut ein bisschen Kung Fu an.
Why not incorporate Kung
Da kann
Fu?
ich wenigstens ein bisschen helfen, oder?
Did you just say Kung Fu?
Sure did. Throw a few kicks and punches, will knock the competition right out.
That's actually not a bad idea.
No.
Yeah, and it's not like martial arts-based dancing is entirely unheard of. But we don't know the first thing about Kung Fu.
Tja, da hast du ja
You're in
richtig
luck.
Glück, weil
Kung Fu
zufällig
happens
können wir
to be
das.
a hobby of mine.
Ja, genau.
No way! That's
Yeah.
so cool!
Well, it's my own style. You won't find it in any ancient scrolls. It's flashy.
Perfect! So will you teach us?
I
Oh, nichts
guess
lieber
I'm
als
gonna
das.
have to.
Sweet! Then let's get a quick demonstration.
Klar.
Let's see some ass-kicking dance then.
Wait,
Ah,
really? I really have to do this?
Of course. How else are we gonna learn? Look up some random videos? We'll get to analyze your moves, your footwork, your breathing. We'll learn from the pro.
I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. What if my stuff doesn't fit your routine at all?
So, you're not gonna help us after all? pretty weak.
If you're giving up after stringing them along this far, hang tight while I dial 110.
Jetzt red dich doch mal ab und wart mal ab. Das hat sich auch gar nicht so verkehrt entwickelt eben.
You know what? I think I can wing it well enough. I've never done this before, though, so don't get mad if it's crappy, okay?
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. You're gonna do fantastic.
Verdammt, muss ich das echt machen? Ja, du musst. Wir müssen.
Okay.
Und alle
what we'll
Augen
do
sind
first
auf
is
uns
show you
gerichtet.
the
Oh
opening
mein
30
Gott.
seconds of our routine until the chorus hits. While you're watching, keep an eye out for the parts that could use some kung fu moves.
Ja, klar.
Sure. Good plan.
Okay, so here's how we start. In there. Now you take it
Ich habe
away.
gar nichts gesehen.
Whoa. Doubt I can top that. But you know what? May as well try.
That's a spirit. Ready for the music?
Im Tanzclub kannst du einen Rhythmus spielen. Schulgeschichten-Tanz. Wähle vor dem Start der Tanzstunde eine von Yagamis Ex-Solos. Automatische Auswahl für das Tutorial. Überprüfe deine Einstellungen und starte dann die Tanzstunde. Willst du mit diesen Einstellungen fortfahren? Song Let's Dance, Schwierigkeitsgrad leicht, Kostüm normal.
Okay, let's
Fangen wir
go.
damit mal an. Okay. So, fehlerfrei. Okay, ist ein Quicktime-Event, um die Groove-Leiste zu füllen. Wenn du die abgeschlossene Markierung passierst, hast du die Choreografie gemeistert. Gleichzeitige Noten. Oh, wie hieß nochmal dieses eine Spiel hier, Mike, wenn du es zufällig sehen solltest, weißt du noch, welches hammermäßige, japanische, krasse Spiel wir hatten hier mit den Dingern hier? Müssen wir mal gucken. Okay.
Yagami-san, you're officially the best.
Okay.
Incredible. Oh, he's amazing.
That was amazing.
Noch ein paar neue Fans haben wir, ne?
Wait, is that I could never do that.
Ein paar neue Häschen sozusagen.
Oh, look at that. Did you see that?
Yagami-san, what was that just now? I thought you said you couldn't dance.
Believe me, I'm just as surprised as you. Winning is part skill and part pulling out of your ass.
I don't think a seasoned athlete could pull that off.
Yagami-san, that was incredible. You're not just a pro, you're a master.
Wow. You're giving an amateur way too much credit here.
No way an amateur moves like that. You're something else. Maybe you don't realize it, but you have a gift for this. You're totally a born dancer.
I don't
Na,
know.
eigentlich wissen wir schon seit frühester
What you
Kindheit,
call
dass
a
wir
gift, I
eigentlich
call
gar
muscle.
keinen Kung Fu machen, sondern geborener Tänzer sind, ganz klar. Aber irgendwie hat das schon
whatever
Laune
you
gemacht.
call
Können wir
it,
es
we're
gleich mal
gonna use
probieren?
every last bit of it in our routine, if that's okay. You seriously saved our necks just now,
Gern geschehen.
Yagami-san.
Test haben wir noch
Hey,
bestanden,
I'm
oder?
just glad it all worked out.
If it's okay to ask, could you drop by and give us more pointers sometime?
Klar.
Ever since our advisor stopped showing, we've barely been keeping it together. And we could all use some guidance from someone we can trust.
If you guys will have me, then sure. Not sure I have many pointers left, though.
Oh, you're the best!
I think it's time we headed back now, Yagami-san.
Huh? Oh, sure.
Okay, da gucken wir auf jeden Fall mal später vorbei. Sehr schön.
So, did I pass? I'd say I made plenty of headway with the dance club.
Indeed you have. Honestly, I'm still in shock over how easily you won Nishizono-san over. Every time I try to approach her, she reacts like I'm there to accuse her of something.
Gee, I wonder why. I'm sure the MRC has gained some notoriety.
Well, all the more reason we need an amazing advisor who can keep up with us.
Oh, I'm amazing now. Does this mean I'm no longer a criminal?
Yeah, really should apologize for that at some point. Also, I have another theory as to why you installed that camera.
Yeah? Let's hear it.
So, a hired detective shows up to covertly monitor a specific group of students. Meanwhile, spreading through the news like wildfire is the case of Akihiro Ehara.
Die ist nicht
a man
doof, ne?
connected
Die
to
ist
our
echt gut.
school.
Die ist richtig gut.
Put those pieces together, and your objective here starts taking shape. But I wouldn't want to hamper any important detective work of yours. So for now,
Ich kann mir
I'll let
vorstellen,
that
dass die sogar
theory
später noch eine
sit.
Hilfe für uns ist, wa? Genau, scharfsinnig. Sie ist aus gutem Grund die Leiterin des Krimiklubs.
At any rate, Yagami-san, I'll go ahead and let the chairman know of our arrangement. That is to say, I'll formally request you as our advisor.
Well, that'd be great. But do you really think you'll hire me just like that?
Sure, so long as you're officially considered an outside guidance counselor, I don't see why not. Also, we do need another faculty member as a supervisor, but that's more of a formality than anything. Their only
Dazu brauchen wir wahrscheinlich
responsibility
dann wieder
is
die
signing
Frau,
the
ne, oder?
paperwork. You'll still be the one running the club. Our school makes you jump through a lot of hoops just to be welcomed as a guest, huh?
Yeah, sounds like they won't let in just anybody. Anyway, is there a teacher you had in mind?
Yep, no worries there. The chairman actually promised to sign off on whoever we chose. Well, I made him promise might be a bit more accurate.
What? Really? Man, I wish he'd told me. He told me the club's already had advisors and left it at that.
Typical. I doubt he wants to actually keep his word. After all, if we get into trouble, he'll be directly responsible. He probably thinks the MRC is a big enough liability as it is.
I wonder why.
Well, with all that said, welcome to the Mystery Research Club. Can't wait to see a real detective in action.
Hey, you'll get your chance, and it's a pleasure to be on board.
Oh, when you have a spare moment, could you join us in the clubroom for a talk? I'd like your advice on another case we're monitoring.
What, you've got something besides the sugar baby?
Yes, and this one may actually be even nastier. In fact, the sugar baby may be but a single thread amidst a larger, more sinister web of conspiracies. But that's a lot to digest, I know. I'll get you up to speed when you're free.
Okay. Not quite sure how to process that right now, but I'll make sure to swing by at some point.
So, Schulgeschichten. Amasawa hat eingewilligt, dass Yagami nun Betreuer des Krimiklubs wird. Scheint, als seien an der Saruhai mehr Schüler in zwielichtige Aktivitäten verwickelt als bisher gedacht. Um diese Aktivitäten aufzudecken, muss Yagami bestimmte Untergruppen infiltrieren. Stürze sich in verschiedene Schulaktivitäten, freunde dich mit den Schülern an, zeige Führungsstärke und löse ihre Probleme. Schulgeschichten sind unabhängig vom Hauptfall und wirken sich nicht auf diesen aus. Spiele also nach eigenem Belieben. Erhöhst du Yagamis Führung, erhältst du Zugriff auf weitere Schulgeschichten. Schließe Aktivitäten in verschiedenen Geschichten ab und mache Yagamis Führung noch facettenreicher. Falls du in einer Geschichte gerade nicht vorankommst, solltest du vielleicht zuerst einer anderen dich widmen. Versuche in so vielen Geschichten wie möglich zugleich voranzukommen.